Oh, Lord. It's good, isn't it? Okay, so if you could just sit over here. Over there. Hi, Emily. Or just right here.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Unless Victor will not show up. Need to show up or not? On camera?
Actually, it'll probably be fine that way. Right now, I've got the camera pointed over there, so yeah, it'll be fine.
Fancy.
Open those up on the table, so those pictures up on the table.
No. I'm fine.
Hey, how are you? Good. How are you? Good. How are you? That's pretty. Thanks for rushing here. I agreed to help out at hospice before we changed the meetings. Skating around. Skating around. Yeah, that part's fine. They always show up. Wait, how are you guys?
Gabe over there in the blue
Yes.
shirt. Who? Gabe.
I'm ready to get it going there. No, I know what's
Front and one back.
Oh, I got it. Here's this one.
We might not have room for all of them. Three and three. People might like to sit there. That's true. What's this used for back here? Good idea. That way only
I'll be EMS Friday. Thursday yeah, the boss is back in town and she's gone for a while. So I have to be there. Always watching. Okay, that'd be great. Statement like, oh, I'll make it something super secure. Well, then I forgot that. Let's do this. Yes, sir.
actually rerouting the road.
Are we discussing?
I was gonna miss the whole thing. Don't make eye contact.
What's that?
Don't make eye contact.
Just stare down at the stare down at the table. Ooh, Topic's not coming for that.
Is everybody wants
Coming? So maybe we could just kick off early. We tell the public it's supposed to start at 6:30.
I've been still on the games. I wish it was on
What's that?
Wednesday morning.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I thought it was just orchestra.
Yeah. I don't, well, maybe, I don't think, well, maybe he had, I don't think Abby ever did it. Oh, because she knew kindergarten, that's why. It's like, why didn't Abby have kindergarten? Because she knew kindergarten. to deny
Go ahead. and-
Yes.
Okay,
We'll
let's
talk
go.
about that
It's 6:30 on May 17th. We're going to go ahead and call to order and establish our quorum with roll call. Why don't we start down with Emily?
Emily Kaiser.
Adrienne McGinnis.
Jeff Honeycutt.
Kara Riley.
Marissa Roberts.
Okay, absent today is Tawfiq Abu-Hamdan, and Matt Darden is not here yet. So let's go ahead and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, that's 3 items off the list. Quickly. Let's see, number 4, comments from the public. Do we have any comments from the public
We
today?
do not have any, unless anyone here would like to speak. We don't have anyone that signed up.
Anybody here have anything that they want to share? Nope, blank stares all around. Okay, we will check that one off as well. Student council report. Oh, is that Roddy? Okay, normally we've got a name next to this.
The
Okay.
seniors are done.
Oh, he's out. He's no way.
We did just elect our student council for next year.
Oh, okay.
This past week, so we're getting them up to speed and look forward to having them start even over the summer.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Number 6, the consent agenda. So minutes, financials, everything went out to the board. I had a chance to review them. I did not have any questions. Were there any questions or comments about items 6.1, 6.2, or 6.3? That being the minutes, the financials, and the enrollment report. Okay, if no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries to approve the minutes, the financials, and the enrollment report from our last meeting. Let's see, let's move to district updates, referencing attachment number 1, which you guys should have electronically. Allison or Dr. Roberts, if you want to walk us through that.
Sure, I'm gonna hit some highlights and then Erin and Amy are gonna present the things that we did really great this past month as we got through our testing. Got the majority of our testing. We've got 3rd, 6th grade, which is next week. And other than that, which is a huge success. I'm speaking at the elementary campus next week. The administrators are going to receive training, PLC training on Wednesday, and then we've got a full staff development on the 16th of June for PLC work. And then I would like to also highlight that all the employee contracts went out today. In letter form, staff are going to sign and then return them. And then also we are continuing to work on the employee handbook, which we're going to be given to employees at the beginning of the school year. So our committee met again on that, and we're working to make sure that's helpful, but also all of our processes are consistent K-12.
So is that going to be the same content that we had for the handbook for 2022?
So this is for employees. So it's really, we don't have something in place right now, but it's
Okay.
like processes
Oh, I'm
and,
thinking of the student handbook.
and
Okay, thank you.
chain of command and what to do and when you're, all these things, we don't have that in place. So the new teachers coming in it's going to be beneficial for them, but it's also going to get everybody on the same
Yeah.
page. Erin, would you and Amy like to present?
Are we doing your presentation? They're combined. Because you had one too. But that's for later.
Theirs is first.
All right. Do you want the microphone?
Is it too soft?
Sometimes.
You're a little soft. For those of us who are deaf.
Should I use this clicker?
Yeah. All right.
Ready? Good evening! I now have a partner. I'm so excited. Yay! So Amy and I'm so sorry that we had some images come in late. So normally it will be you because they use first, but we did the other round. So I apologize. I'll remedy that next time. So we'll have a little update. So we will go with Cynthia Cochran integration, and we will try with there we go. So we kicked off May with a great, wonderful display in Mr. Martinez's class. All the Spanish classes actually were doing the research of the piñata. And we had, I don't know how many, there were quite a bit, and they were pretty phenomenal. Going through the whole research from where it originated, you might learn that it was not Mexico, it was Asia, in which this stuff brought all the way through Europe and then brought over from the Spanish. So it was really kind of a wonderful arts integration opportunity. We had quite a few, and they had a wonderful ceremony of destroying them later. So that was quite fun. Some of you have probably seen and heard about what fashion design has been doing with creating their puppets. They actually had a collaboration with the elementary in the first grade to have a puppet show. So they created during fashion design, as Ms. Konomi will tell you, it is very difficult to create a Muppet puppet. And if you can create that, you can create anything. And then the students then created a moralizing tale and script, and then it was presented over at the elementary, and it was pretty phenomenal. And you may have seen these if you happen to come to the musical Weird Science Arts Integration Lab. It was a really, really great event. It was well attended. I was blown away with how much that we had from all of the teachers that actually kind of activated the commons here. It was pretty fantastic. We had the Amazium as our partnering institution to kind of help. We had a couple of displays out. We had food, we had entertainment, we had all kinds of things. So hope everyone was able to kind of come out and see. But you can go to the website, we've kind of captured everything that took place there. This past week, in addition to our partnership with the Amazium, they have what's called Nwa Maker Days. It was May 7th through the 14th, to where schools all across Northwest Arkansas would then post STEAM type of projects, which they were all doing, and our elementary collaborated. It was pretty spectacular. And so a few of these that took place were Ms. Mile's smartwatches. Brilliant design to have not just the time and the date, but also breathing techniques, and remind you of a number of other things that I'm not even remembering of all what they coded, and then they created a strap of how it could actually be used. And I think you need to sell them. Well done. So impressed. Then at the 6th grade, the science were doing all about surface tension, so multiple different kinds of stations, one of which was hydro dripping, to where we actually kind of talked about surface tension and oil and water and why these don't mix, but can make beautiful aesthetic representation. Same week, we then went with the 4th grade, who returned from space camp and decided to do their astronaut eggnog drop. And we had a few attend that I see in here. So exciting. This was their inaugural eggnog drop. So every class participated in creating a capsule to kind of protect this particular egg. And then there was a judging, which Dr. Roberts got to participate in, which was very, very difficult, but it was quite fun. We had quite a few kind of over there recorded, we posted part of the Maker Days with Amazium. And then the final project that we did in association with these Maker Days was coin casting, because nothing says education and safety like molten metal, right? With 6th grade. And you make these with fish bones, believe it or not. So Joel Taylor came up with the concept, and we talked about how to make Roman coins of tying it into antiquity, and they kind of created their own. After all these were posted from the high school and all these activities, I did receive this. It's a little small. It is from the education director from the Newport. I just wanted to kind of share that, of how impressed that she was with Arkansas Arts Academy, of kind of blowing this out of the water, and was so proud to be a partner with us. And that not only did we take this to a much deeper level, but even with what we recorded and showed and shared, you could see the learning and the enjoyment and engagement is exactly what they wanted to have. So well done, all educators and students, to be able to kind of contribute. We look forward to it next year. This was their inaugural NAW Maker Day, so we're very, very happy and proud to be a part of that particular event. We also had the state charter conference in Little Rock. Very exciting. So the high school orchestra, not the junior high that you heard today, but the high school actually drove down and performed, and they were spectacular. And we also had artwork that was presented, and there was a competition, and we swept the competition, first, second, and third. Look at that. Somebody is very proud.
I'm very proud of her.
First place, well done. And then myself and Joel actually presented there and talked about kind of innovation and instruction. And of course, you know, Dr. Roberts knowing everybody in Little Rock, and of course he's signing autographs and everything. It was kind of nice to kind of be with a star in the area. So, but it was a really, really great conference. We look forward to participating every year. Hope you had a chance to kind of see the art show this past weekend. I know the kids and the teachers put a lot of work into it. It was pretty spectacular, filled up the commons area. We've got a lot of students that are continuing on to higher education in the arts, and got some great scholarships. So we're all very, very proud of them, and it's pretty wonderful. It's stuck. Right. There we go. This past month, I've been updating you about the Walton Family Foundation collaboration with University of Arkansas on this arts integration project. This is our second year to be a part of it, of having a cohort. It's a combination of Springdale Public School System and ourselves. This year it was Rebecca Funderburg and Crystal McWilliams who've kind of gone through the entire process, and at the end they then presented their project, and so that was among all of their peers in that cohort group, and it was pretty spectacular. They did a wonderful job. So we will look at being a part of the third iteration this next year and continue to grow, especially with all the exciting things that we're going to be having on the horizon with arts integration. We're looking forward to it. Last week we had kind of the art market here downtown Rogers. Ozark Beer Company had a young makers art market for all schools in the area to showcase their work and sell it, and we had quite a few kind of show up. It was a beautiful evening, great opportunity to be there, and got some good exposure, and students sold quite a bit of work, so that was quite spectacular. And then last week we have started a partnership with the Mildred B. Cooper Chapel in Bella Vista. So quarterly, our choir will go and perform during the day. Right after lunch, they'll have this kind of quarterly be promoted, and individuals are now starting to make their way to kind of see. If you've not had the chance to be at this particular space, it's pretty remarkable. Faye Jones architecture, surrounded by the natural setting, but then to hear our choir in this space, amazing. So you'll have plenty of opportunities this next year to listen and be a part of that. And then, boy, who knew that she was in a band? Well, she is, and then they came and they performed at the elementary. Get in the Truck is the name of the band. So they were going to reward all of the students after some testing, made sure everybody had a really good time. And there she is with all of her colleagues, and it looked like they had a wonderful time. I was working that day. I think you were probably working too. You missed out.
Yes, but she sent us all the time.
She sent some pictures. And from here, I'm going to transition over to This Is All You.
All right, which
All
is it this
It's
button?
the one on the right. That one.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've had a lot of recitals and performances. We've had David Singleton's guitar concert, and the modern music concert, and the dance concert. The dance concert was directed this year by Shelley Agard, and we had a lot of young new dancers performing, which was exciting. We had tap for the first time because Shelley Agard loves tap. And then Karen Kesselman is the director of Equilibrium. We had a lot of student choreography, which was probably about 5 pieces of new choreographers and more experienced choreographers. And we had 4 seniors graduate this year and perform, so that was exciting. And 2 of them are going off to dance programs. And then we have some upcoming performances also that aren't on this We have the choir concert coming up. We have, what else do we have? I remember. The orchestra concert and the jazz band concert, and we have a lot of collaboration in those performances with dance as well. The dancers will be in all of those performances, and presenting student choreography. Kendall Honeycutt will be presenting her choreography for the first time, and Alea Gatchel, so they have opportunities to create and work with other art forms. And this is the high school guitar concert. There were so many people there, and I don't know if you can see, but Deering is performing. So Patrick and Deering got up on the stage with the kids and performed, and they were really excited. That it was a very energetic concert. And then CC Finley did a collaboration with Cash Studios, and they went downtown and performed in the new dance studio down there, and they worked with a rap artist, and a lot of the choreography was the student creation, so it was quite a big event. And then Ozark Ballet Theater has been just a great partnership with our school. About 11 of our students are scholarshiped through their program, and they performed in Firebird, which was a wonderful, wonderful production. So it's not just high school kids, it's K through 12 students that participated in this program. And then they're hosting Ukrainian dancers right now. And so they've been coming and giving our Ballet 3 students master classes. And it's been really wonderful. They're great teachers. And then this was a super fun event, Paint the Town. We worked with Amy Eichler, and she asked us to bring pictures of our pets, and we tried to paint them. Some of them were great. Some of them, my husband's was awful.
He tried really hard.
I know, he was so sweet. He was sweet. And he showed up, so yeah. And then we had a lot of teachers perform. Amy Watson, Rachel Carpenter, Will Saylor, they all performed. Oh, and Sarah performed. And then Jordan Haynes was the MC. And it was just a really great night to just connect with adults. And I definitely think that we should do this sort of thing. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Any questions for them on the board?
I just want to say I was at both the guitar concert and I was a ballet or dancer, but they were both amazing, and our seniors should be really congratulated because their individual performances were also equally amazing. So kudos to all of you for making that happen, because I know without your hard work, I know my children wouldn't be nearly as good. So I appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much. Okay, let's see. Next item we have is item 7.2, which is the Teachers of the Month and Students of the Month, which we're getting to be able to recognize this month for the first time, at least at a board meeting. So first, let's start with Teachers of the Month. We have two, and you guys know the tradition. If you're here, we're going to come up and you get the prestigious honor of having a photo with the board. The first one for elementary school is Jackie Harden.
I'm gonna lean on you, as I have for many years.
Here, why don't you hold that? You can be right next to her.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and one more. 2, 1.
All right. Thank you very much. Yep, we're gonna call one more before we sit down. Ms. Andrea Kerr. Andrea with us today? There she is. Oh, I guess I'll slide up here for this one then. There you go. Oh, you wanna be in here? Get in. You can be next to her.
Nice. All right. 3, 2, 1, and one more. Perfect.
All right, thank you very much. All right, as I mentioned, we have a list of our students of the month from the elementary school. So from kindergarten, well, actually all the way through high school as well. So I'm just gonna list off the names and grades, and then we can kind of maybe give a group congratulations when we get to the end of all these names. So kindergarten, we have, let's see if I can get these names. Emmy Sconiers, Carolyn Mullen, Audrey Pacocha, Priya Reese. In first grade, we have Chamberlain Fructal. They're not making these ones easy. Charlotte White, there we go. All right. Harper Many, Zimra Doughty. Second grade, we have Chloe Clark, excuse me. Sydney McMillan, Jude Mock, and Joel Morales. Third grade, we had Kyson Mulvanya, Leah Robertson, Sawyer Campbell, and Thea Cochran. Fourth grade, Kaylin Mason, Alexander Hatley, Ashlyn Muse, Brandon Rosanna. Fifth grade, Ryder Sorrells, Caitlin Chaffa, Healing Bernard, Axel Artega. And sixth grade, Leah Luz, Carly Watson, Hannah Cotton, and Ari Duran. And at the high school, for eighth grade, we had Andy Rennick. 10th grade, Tui Bayer Doughty. Some of these names are tough for me today. And 11th grade, Freeman Boatwright. So let's go ahead and just congratulate all those. I got to practice my pronunciation in advance next time. So let's go to item 7.3, which is a special education application.
So this is a standard procedure. This is just the special ed application we have to submit to the Department of Education. So it needs to be recorded in our minutes and signed by the president. So this is standard procedure.
Okay.
Do we need to move to approve it? Let's go ahead and, seeking approval. Thank you, Dr. Riley.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item 7.4, the AAA Summer Meal Program.
You go to the first slide for that. So I just want to make our community aware that, I thought it was the first slide.
No, sorry.
We are offering the seamless, we're doing summer meals at Arkansas Arts Academy for the community. So anyone from age 1 to 18 can come to the school, and we'll have it here at the Commons for breakfast and lunch throughout the whole summer. And so we offer that to not only our students, but anyone in the surrounding areas.
And the difference this year is they have to eat on site, right? This
They
is
have
not
to eat-
pickup.
Yeah, and so what we're planning on doing is kind of stanchioning off the Commons area. So we're going to try to guide them through this door, come in here, go right in the kitchen and eat, and then exit out the same way, because we will have summer school at the same time. But that is open, and we are trying to let our communities become aware of that. Thank you.
So how have we been spreading the word about that program to the
So
community?
we're doing social media. We're sending it to Rogers Chamber of Commerce. They put it out in their flyer. And I think just word of mouth, and we'll hopefully not only serve our kids, but we'll begin to open up our campus a little bit, maybe draw some attention and get some other people on our campus.
Okay, great. Any questions or comments on that?
The next one, can you advance for me? You don't need to do it.
Yeah, I'll let you do it. I went back to the beginning, so.
I just wanted to give my slides might be out of order, an update on where we're at with our summer school program.
Go ahead, try it.
Sorry,
Use the right button on the, there you go. There you go.
We've got a skill development summer school starting. We had our enrichment advertisements go out about a month ago, and that's all the tickets are on Eventbrite. But now we're opening up the skill development part. So these are going to be kids that we're going to be specially inviting to come based on their iReady scores and guiding them through some fun activities, learning, and they can either come to 1 2-week session. It's all voluntary if they choose to come. They can come to one or both sessions. The sessions are going to be repeated. We're going to provide them breakfast and lunch and transportation if they need it. For our 9th through 12th grade, they're gonna have credit recovery options, and so high school administration is gonna be reaching out to those kids that need credit recovery and be giving them invitations to that. And then we're also gonna be offering ACT prep. And so Ms. Dale is leading the administrator in charge on summer school, so she's gonna have the interest forms available for kids really soon, where they can sign up if they're interested in coming to the ACT prep sessions. This is the first year we've done this skill development summer learning, and we're really excited about it. It's all gonna happen at the high school here, as well as the enrichment part.
So are the summer skills, the skill development, is that the same time as the enrichment, or are those opposite times so they can, those kids have availability?
It is at the same time, but what we're doing with the skill development is we're blocking it. So if they only want to do half a day of skill development or the afternoon skill development, they can still participate in the enrichment. Because we're also trying to mix in some arts integration and fun and movement, so it's not just strictly skill development, but we're also doing skill development within all those fun things too. So it's a real collaborative process. Emails are going to be going out to parents next week to give them some ideas of what skills their students might be interested in coming to work on. And then again, it's strictly voluntary.
Okay.
And then I've got the clicker now. I wanted to draw attention to our capital campaign. I'm going to breeze through. Oh, let me highlight this. So with the painting event, what we begin to talk about is our capital campaign. This is on our website right now. So as the community sees this, we're hoping to get some more attention and maybe some interest in helping Garrett lead the charge for our capital campaign. The bottom website leads into some of the drawings of what our goals are, which this is what the web page looks like right now. But first off is the renovation of our 6th grade center. So right now, which is the 6th grade center, it's basically 4 large classrooms that aren't that soundproofed, and we have a lot of wasted space that are individual, almost like closets or small offices. So what we'd like to do is totally renovate that into 4 very functional art spaces, which would have soundproofing between, some collapsible walls that could be opened up for a larger performance space, eliminate some of those unneeded small office spaces to enlarge, make a changing room, ADA compliant restroom, and really provide arts spaces for our incredible arts programs. So this is step 1. The Flitco estimate for that is about 1.5 million, which we know is a process, and we know that's why we have a capital campaign to begin to remodel that. The bigger vision is the total remodel of the elementary school. These initial plans were drawn up in 2019, and the design by Hite Jackson, who's the one that won the awards for this particular remodel at the high school. So it's designed to kind of mirror and stay within our same sort of branded image with the way the design is built. The estimate, the last we checked, this is kind of it would be a rerouting that would also probably help with our traffic flow as well, and would provide a lot more substantial safety for kids. We have the land available with the lot we have at the elementary, so we have the room to expand. This is what that would look like. The estimate at this point was about 30 million. So that is a larger work in progress, but we know the first step is getting the capital campaign started. So I will always bring the clipboards and try to garner help to join the foundation. Currently, Garrett is the only one involved with that, and he's been leading the charge with it for a very long time. So he could use some assistance, volunteering, helping with ideas, social media, things like that. So we are stepping into something we're very excited about. And again, all of these images are on the website, and we will continue to talk and promote them. Any questions about capital campaign?
So the sixth grade thing is happening this summer.
Yes,
That is a done deal. And
So
the
we're
rest of it
moving-
depends on the ability to get
yes.
this money.
We're
Okay.
moving them in irregardless because they need bigger spaces anyway. The modulars have been delivered today at the elementary campus. We were able to, that semi-tractor trailer that was behind the library that was donated from Walmart, they were able to give us that title so we could sell it. They were fine with that. We gained $1,000 for that sale of that trailer, which then went into the gravel and dirt work that had to go in before we went the modulars, because it was an amazing amount of dirt that was needed to fill in that sinkhole that was right there. So now the modulars arrived, and they're gonna hold all 4 sixth grade classrooms. We'll be building like a deck between them, so the doors will face each other, and they'll be able to go out on the deck and switch classes that way. We're coordinating where they can go into the restroom right there at the 4th, 5th grade. There's kind of a restroom entrance right there. They'll go in and out, and we're working on the coordinations of that. And then as soon as we get the classrooms in there, we're also pulling up 2 large dumpsters. And we're encouraging staff to begin purging and using this opportunity to really look at what's necessary in their classroom, what's really needed, and just kind of get rid of some stuff that we could really use more student space. And then the arts will move in. 4 of the arts teachers will move into those, what we're now calling the Art Center. And then the other 2 teachers will place them in one of the empty spaces. We're going to look at rooms. Mr. Skelton has been very helpful in kind of analyzing where some shifts need to happen. With some of those open classrooms, we're going to be able to actually move our special education room out of where it's at right now and move it into a bigger size classroom. Move it towards the front of the school. We're going to move PTA out from where that room is and move them out into the gym in one of the classrooms that the arts were in. So then we can have another of our special class right up to the front of the school. So we have a lot more visibility and a lot more access in those spaces. So we're really looking at how to best move things around. We are going to turn where the special education room is now, if you know, in the K3, into actual teacher workroom in that campus. So Mr. Skelton really had that great idea, and I think that's a brilliant one because they need a space and they need the ability to have a time to take a moment, and it's connected to the bathroom there. And so we're really being mindful of how these changes are going to impact the school community as a whole. So we're really excited about that. If you guys have any other questions, I'll continue on since I've got actually I'm taking a break from talking and we're going into the next item.
7.8.
Yes.
That'd be the anti-bullying task force update from Dr. Appleton.
Hey, well, good evening, board. Thank you. Let's bring this to your attention tonight. We wanted to provide you with just kind of the nuts and bolts from an idea that originated at the last board meeting, and that is our anti-bullying task force. I know that Mr. Honeycutt has already said that he was going to be a part of that, and you as board members are always able to be a part of that. Our first meeting is going to be on June 2nd, which is a Thursday at 3 p.m. We're also going to have parents, teachers, counselors from both campuses. So as we come together, this idea of unifying the district and consistency district-wide, we're going to bring everybody together. And really the scope of this project will start with getting feedback from our students, our parents, to kind of just define reality and see where we need to go from there. And then the second part of that will be evaluating both the proactive steps that we are taking to resolve peer-to-peer conflict and teach those skills, and then also the backside of that, which would be the processes that we go through when something is brought to our attention and how we work through those things. We know as a district that transparency and communication are 2 attributes of being successful at what we do. So our hope is really that before a parent has to call me or before we have to connect with a parent regarding a situation, they know the process that we will go through and how we will evaluate that situation. So we're very upfront with that information and also consistent through each of the unique circumstances that we go through. So just makes sense.
Yeah, just one piece of feedback I know that I've gotten from various parents in the area, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the board has too. We've had some examples of success and some examples of failure when it comes to communication. And two main things I think that really bubble to the top is the audience that we're addressing, and then the timeliness or the timeline, not even necessarily how quickly you do it, but when is the right time to do it. And it relates to this issue and some of the events that have contributed to the formation of the anti-bullying task force. But it's just some feedback that I wanted to make sure I passed along to you guys and David as well, that the parents are paying attention to that. I know the most recent incident that we had was it just last week? Or was last week? It was a great example of involving the right stakeholders and doing it in a timely fashion. So using that as positive feedback for you guys, trying to emulate the success and communicating that type of event, I think it'd be warmly received by parents, staff, and students as well.
Thank you. One thing that both principals have started this week, and hopefully you all got one, is a newsletter. So they're going to do the weekly newsletters, which is kudos to both principals for doing that, starting that with your staff, providing that information to your families, and I think as a district as a whole. So we are working on communication for sure.
Just a thought, are you guys involving students in the creation or the process of creating the newsletter, or is it mostly administration at this point?
So right now it's staff. The idea is that we create a template that works. I've got a small group of parents that we're getting feedback from on a little more of this, a little less of that, whatever that might look like. And then once we create that template, having Ms. Cook's digital classes work with that to kind of spearhead that work.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This could be a great opportunity to involve them in that process too. So that's great. You guys are already on it.
Mine was just me.
Okay.
I received,
Okay, you did a great job.
It went out Sunday night, so, but.
It looked great.
It'll probably be just myself.
Sure.
For the next few weeks, and then over the summer, we will look at how the one thing in the past that I've experienced, when you want someone else to write something, they're always late to the deadline.
Sure.
So when I work those kinks out, we'll have, students, a nurse, or counselors, and, a PTA page, but probably not every week. That might rotate but anyway, we'll get it out and get everyone involved, and I had fun doing it, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for doing it.
And I want to thank them publicly because I did spring that on them just last week, and they rose to the challenge, and they did a great job, and I look forward to seeing that grow and develop. One thing I wanted to just bring up to your attention, and principals, if you have anything to say, if you'll just come up to the podium. We talked about fundraisers at the last meeting as far as what our schools are asking parents, our students are being asked their parents to donate to. And I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of that. If you guys want to just come and talk about your campus in general.
So I think for the high school campus, a lot of our fundraising is going to be revolving around specific events. And that starts with planning those with Amy and Aaron. We're going to have a 365-day calendar of those big events before the end of the year so that our fundraisers aren't playing bumper boats with one another as we try to navigate through the year. And also that we're being reasonable and clearly communicate. We're saying that we're being clear with, hey, we're raising this fund for this specific purpose. So that really just begins with planning.
And at the K6 campus, we do not have where students go out and raise funds. Now we'll have our space camp. We'll sell lemonade during the hot weather, and we'll sell hot chocolate to the kids as they're leaving school. We did a spaghetti supper where Olive Garden donated everything, and we raised about $2,000 one evening with just that dinner. The one thing that our teachers get involved in every once in a while is if you pay $50, you can wear jeans on Tuesdays. So, or we just pick a day. I just happen to pick Tuesday, so that's really it, is it for us. I know Space Camp is our biggest event that needs extra money, but it just comes through a lot of donations from corporate sponsors. Yes, ma'am.
Y'all gonna put the PTA and PTG fundraisers on your calendar so those don't?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they are already working together.
Gotcha.
You know, that we've talked and they've met. We're not going to form one, but they're going to work closer with each other so that they're not competing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think the goal too is that we have a calendar at the very beginning of the year and say these are the fundraisers that's gonna be happening this year. And so parents can pick and choose and not feel like it's something that they have to do all the time. I think that's a good way for parents to budget.
And we did have one Saturday at the 5K. I'm sorry, that's Coach Perry's 5K that she's been doing for. But again, it's not where kids go out and try to raise money. They just, they pay to run, and then normally, what's the running store? Rush. In the past, they've given $5,000 just as a corporate sponsor.
I think also as we've got all of our sports now through the administrative office, we're having a lot better alignment of what that is, but we're gonna work to get everything. But I wanted to provide you an update, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving to item number 8. 8.1, we have under new business, we have the announcement of newly elected board members. So many of you guys may know we had our board elections that concluded a couple weeks ago, I want to say. We have 3 re-elections, one being Tawfiq Abu Hamdan, who's not with us today, but happy to have him back. Emily Kaiser over here. Yes, we can do that. Dr. Kara Riley is back with us as well. And we have one new addition, and that's Cynthia Cochran. Cynthia goes by C, so C Cochran's going to be joining us. Really excited for her to be joining us as a new member. I believe her first meeting will be in July. So really excited to welcome her as well. So we have 2 other items under new business. Item 8.2 is the East Initiative at the elementary school.
So I'm very proud to announce that, look at that, that worked like a charm. We have been awarded the East Initiative for the elementary campus. We applied to the Department of Education. The East group did a tour of the elementary school and were thoroughly impressed by Vi. Did she leave? And they have awarded us the initiative. So what that means for us is an incredible investment in technology for our school. We're going to be moving her classroom from where it was up towards the.
We're going to move it.
We're going to move it. We haven't exactly figured out where.
I need to speak with the teacher.
David's
Okay.
like, wait.
Yeah, but anyway, all of the initiatives are technology-based STEM skills. They really are. We're going to roll K through 6th grade through this. We're going to be having them work on. We're going to work on. We're just great.
Waiting to clap for you, Mai.
Projects, and when they toured Mai's room, her kids did an exceptional job selling the school and their need and their abilities to her and to the group, and they were thoroughly impressed, and it took them no time to say, yes, we award you. Mai, would you come up, please? She's going to be our official facilitator, which is a lot of training and networking among the state for her. But she's going to do an incredible job. And also, I don't know if you got the notice today, but you wanted to say what your group won?
Yeah, so this is our third year competing in the Great Arkansas History Video Game Coding Competition. And it's typically a competition open to 4th through 8th graders. And they have to create an educational game based on the topic, the theme. We've competed every year, and this year we got first place.
Good job, kids.
Yes, Carissa Arnold, Frankie Barber, and Grant Sutton. They're all 3 6th graders. We also had 5 other students, 5th graders: Trevor Woods, Wyatt Bowerman, Maddox Kimball, Waylon Frank, and Colton Watson. They got an honorable mention, and the first place winners, they get a scholarship, $1,000 each to college, and then they're gonna get a prize kit and the trophy. The honorable mentions will get something as well.
Very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, and so it's really exciting that they get recognized for their hard work. It's a portfolio that they work on since like November, and it's a game. They have to market it. They have to research. It's very intensive, and so I'm very proud of them.
So part of the East Initiative is this, that these kids are going to have access to these software platforms like Adobe Premiere and
Yes.
Creative Suite and things like that.
Yes.
That's
So
outstanding.
they bring in an amazing amount of technology.
This is top of class type software suites too.
Yes.
This is great.
Yes, this is a really big deal. And it truly makes this a STEAM school, so you guys know what STEM is,
STEM.
with the A in for the arts. And I can't even tell you where we're gonna go from here. The goal is that we begin, after Maya's take on it, and we roll it out elementary, that we can begin to merge it to high school, so we can be an East District. So we're stepping in, and they were thoroughly impressed with her. The kids did nothing but rave about how much they love her, and it was incredible. So I'm so excited to see where this journey goes.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Congratulations.
So another thing I'm very excited to talk about is our arts integration. So we, I think I told you, applied for the Walton Family Foundation for a grant to do arts integration and really enhance our artful approach at the elementary school. I'm going to make an official announcement tomorrow. It kind of has to go through some of their approval process, but we were awarded the grant, and what that's going to do is twofold. It's going to give us some funding to do our intervention, our skill development summer school, which is fantastic. And it's also going to provide a comprehensive training for the elementary teachers, all of them, K-6, to go through a 3-year professional development program to really show them how to develop solid arts integration curriculum and how to actually collaborate with each other and guide kids through content, knowledge, retention through the arts. It speaks directly to our school mission. It's an incredible opportunity. And what really is going to be also great for us is there are no schools in this southern region, except one in Florida, that are artful learning. So we're going to hit the map to not only being Arkansas Arts Academy, what we already do and what we know we are, but we're also going to be joining a network, and we're going to stand out as an artful learning school. So this is an incredible, very strong support network that's going to come in and train the staff. So this is available. I'll put the links on there for the community if they want to link into what it is. You'll also see the University of Arkansas sign up there, because we've already developing a partnership with the University of Arkansas. They're going to be conducting the research. So we've reached out to Dr. Sarah McKenzie from the Office of Education Policy, and her team is going to go with us throughout this 3-year implementation, gathering research on the implementation process, how our teachers grow through this process, but also looking at how does that go right into effective instruction in the classroom. So what does that do for student data, but also what does it do for our teacher engagement and retention, and are we providing the resources we need for sustainability? So it's super exciting. This is the type of research that, doctoral dissertations are written on. So she's going to have her grad students come out and do some of the coding on the quant and qual data. Really excited about what this is going to bring for our school and our teachers and our staff as a whole, because some of the high school is going to be learning through the process. And I'm thrilled. I'm so grateful for the foundation for believing in us. And Aaron Jones is going to sort of help lead and facilitate the learning at office a lot of his day out from the elementary, because it's going to be a 3-year process. It's going to be a lot of work. We're also hoping to rebuild and solidify our relationship with Crystal Bridges, because the artful learning concept is based on master images that then are really connected to content areas. So the master art images are what helps kids with the visual memory, and then it branches out to include all of the other content areas. And it's that true interdisciplinary approach. With that said, we've also, Aaron and I felt like he couldn't do this as himself. So we're proud to announce that Rachel Carpenter is going to be a teacher on special assignment, working with Aaron, helping him manage this in the classrooms and managing the great work and helping with that music and arts part and dance that she knows so well. So very fortunate for that. And then I believe that's all of mine.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
And you'll present about both of these at the elementary school night with the parents, right?
Yes, this is going to be a lot of my talk next week, and I presented to the staff last week.
Parents, please come out, because this is
Please come out.
exciting stuff happening.
Yes.
Okay. I just realized there's one more thing I wanted to add for item 8.1. Serving on the board can be a thankless job at times. It's an important job. It can be thankless, but it's a very, very important thing that we all are striving to make sure that we're representing you guys. Doing so in a pinch, when we have an unexpected departure on the board, is especially important. And so I do want to recognize Matt down at the end of the table. He jumped in a pinch and has been sitting on this board for the last few months. When we were in a tough spot, we needed somebody to sit in that chair. So I do want to pause and thank Matt for his time in that spot. So thank you. Okay, any items for discussion since the publication of the agenda?
So I have one thing I wanted to add, and I want to say this and bring it to the board because it's so important to me. I sent the elementary and high school staff a survey to get some feedback from them. And what I want the staff to know is that all of your feedback I take very seriously, but I'm also sharing the feedback with the board, because I want the staff to know that it's not only, I want the district to get better, I want to get better. Your feedback is important. Currently, of the 80+ staff, we've had 28 send their feedback. So I'm hoping this is going to encourage more to actually give me your feedback. Let us know where our challenges are. What can we improve on? What do we celebrate? The principals and I will be going over all of the feedback. Hopefully we have more, and then we will come to the board with some great solutions. We've already made some changes, I think, positively that address some of these things. Our focus on newsletter and communication. But I just wanted to let the staff know that I appreciate this. I know it's an extra thing to do, but gaining feedback is always important.
28 out of 80. I would really like to hear from some more.
Yes.
Like, there aren't any names on here.
No, it's totally anonymous. There's no way for me to track it. I didn't want that.
And it is time consuming sometimes. That maybe we could set aside some time or something, or I don't know how you would do that. But.
Yes. So anyway,
it would be great to get more than 28.
To know it's valued. It's not just sitting in a file somewhere. I'm sharing it. We're working it. This is how we get better, and we want to get better.
Thank you very much. Let's see, item 10, do we have any need to call executive session today? Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Okay. Is that a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.